When I was growing up, the major record labels were the gatekeepers of the music industry. All of the young musicians in school were hoping to get a deal. Even in small Fayetteville, our local acts were dying to open when the big acts came into town. Then in the 90s, this guy named Master P changed the game. He sold his music out of his own car trunk. He remained independent, blew up, and eventually started his own major company. Master P was responsible for dropping the seed of entrepreneurship into the minds of many young men. After Master P, almost everyone, in hip-hop at least tried to start their own label. That idea was eclipsed and eventually empowered by the advent of the internet. In the early days of the internet, you could access millions of people for free. There were no gatekeepers in the early days of the tech revolution. Then the algorithms and paid advertisements came to social media, and the artist's ability to reach the masses became more and more restrained. Now with streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music, and Tidal, it's almost like the gatekeepers have returned. I'm concerned that the creators of the future will need a quote-unquote connection within the streaming services like my generation needed a record deal. I share this for spiritual reasons. On the day of Jesus' crucifixion, the temple curtain was supernaturally ripped from the top to the bottom. The middleman in religion had been removed. Now, because of the cleansing of sins from our great high priest and the indwelling of the Holy Spirit, we no longer needed a human to intercede. Beware of the gatekeepers, though. There will always be a priestly class who will get in the way of you and God and you and the people. The love of money is the root of all evil. So like a medieval troll who survives by blocking and taxing access when he has no such authority, gatekeeping is how many eat. There are gatekeepers in religion and music. Some people work hard at facilitating access while others are too busy taxing it. A pastor has to choose to keep his congregation ignorant. It's more challenging to teach a congregation to read and think for themselves. Sometimes people are so accustomed to gatekeepers that they gravitate toward their own mental and financial slavery. Well-meaning gatekeepers fight against that mindset. You can't read a blog like this and walk away like you are unchanged. You must stop and consider your role in the universe. Are you gravitating to gatekeepers that you no longer need? If you have the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom of a gatekeeper, what type will you be? Will you be a facilitator or a toll booth operator? This blog leaves you with challenging questions. Be honest and choose well.